All right, we're back. It's been a crazy few weeks. So this is the trim guy. So as they go, they've been painting as well whenever possible. So we've got three different colors going on. You've got one's going on the fascia, one's going on the soffit, and then the gable. Oh, look, working on the rock for the tower. We'll have more of that in an upcoming video. There's a little sneak peek as they got that ready to start putting the rock on. They had to put Dura rock on it first for the rock to adhere to. Trim guys again. So they're putting a hardy cement board against the brick. And then when they run the tongue and groove soffit, that gives it something to run into. And then you'll see in a little bit that there is a 3/4 round, like you would normally see in a house, with your carpet or hardwood going up against the baseboard. So same principle. It's usually a three-man team. They're from the same company that's doing the roof coverings. So you've got Fred on the saw. I don't actually know the other two guys' name. So they're telling them different pieces they need. They're pretty efficient. They stay working pretty solid through the day. Been really happy with their work. As you can see, which was in the last video too, all the windows are in. There is some stonework going around the windows. That'll happen later. It's a pretty neat setup they use for scaffolding. Got the two extension ladders and it locks in across. I'd never seen that before. I'm sure it's something really common that most people know about, but I just had not run across it. The fascia color is from Sherwin-Williams. It's otter. Can't remember right now what stain we used. The stain was an interior Minwax stain. We actually had to go pretty light on the color chart, but it's still relatively dark when you actually put it on the board. But Sherwin-Williams mixed it up custom for me to be used with their exterior stains, but that's the color. I will have to look that up. I'll put it in the comments or the description. In this particular instance, they are working off of the ladders, but for the rest of the house, this is where the boom lift has really come in handy. Robert had to come replace and calibrate the joystick on it for the controls for moving forward and back. And then we had to replace the starter on it, which I wasn't surprised by because by the time you crank it up and cut it off a lot, it saves on diesel and it being loud, but takes a toll on the starter. That thing was not cheap either. It was like $400. They just worked their way along. Oh, hey, hey, look who's shown up. So these are a shingle from Gaff. They're a level 2, and they're made to look like a slate roof when they're put in place. Been really happy with it. All the valleys and the two front turrets are all getting copper. They just work their way up and out. Really looks good too. Later on, you'll see it coming together more. I have to sit the time lapse cameras a little further back from the action than I would like. But if I get it too close, then they're in the way. And to really do what I want, I really need almost like a full time film crew, which of course isn't financially practical. However, that is kind of what you need to really, the guys that are doing this that have you know, hundreds of thousands of views. That's what they're doing. They've got full crew, at least one or two people like Perkins brothers that are out in Western North Carolina. One of the brothers, that's all he does pretty much is film everything. I was going to have my son Josh come down and actually do that or work and have me just film, but then there's been a breakout, horrible breakout around here of various sicknesses, and we fell victim to it. So a couple weeks we were out, and I mean, even when you get better and can be back around everybody, it's still worn out and tired. It's just been crazy, but we have averaged 15 or more people out here a day for like the last 2 months, pretty steady, putting the roof on and getting all that done. So I'm using a Zoom feature in the editing software. So I know it's not super ideal. There goes the copper going up in the little valleys there. I'm going to show a drone footage at the end and show a little bit of what's going on with the rock on the tower and some better views of the shingles. I've got a lot of other footage that I've been making. One thing is on the retaining wall where Casey was working and the crew were working on stoning all that. And the electricians have been here, plumbers, but I mean, there's not really a lot to show with that. I've done some walkthroughs through the house and stuff. So the next video is probably going to be an update inside the house, how all that's coming together. And I've got a big one on the wiring. I've been working on that myself with Josh, and one of my daughters helped on some of that. So I've been getting some decent footage of that. And then most of the HVAC stuff is here, the geothermal stuff, the plates. I mean, there's a lot with that too. So a lot of different things going on. My options are to wait till something's done and then put a video out, or, you know, do every couple of days and do more progress. But I've done that in the past and it tends to get pretty boring because it's like, okay, they roofed another, 50 feet of the house kind of thing. So let me know in the comments if you'd rather just see more videos or just wait till something's more complete and then show the video, kind of like what I'm doing here. Yeah, James was over there on the right hand side. James and Michael, they were getting the backer board up for, because the front entrance, all that gets stone to match what's going up there on the little tower. Yeah, once you zoom in this much, as you see, the brick and things a little distorted, so it's not ideal. I'll see what I can do to work on that. Yeah. Now this is with the wide angle lens. Obviously, that's why it looks ridiculous. It's all tilted in the middle. I may go back to a regular lens. I used the wide angle when we were doing a lot of the concrete. You need to catch a really wide area of what was happening, but now we're pretty good. I've also bought some new lenses to put on the GoPros as they get scratched up and all that over time. Probably help if I actually put them on, huh? Yeah, you see James over there working inside. All right. Back further, they got pretty much a lot done. Feel like I went a little bit too high with the sharpness. Can't do anything about it now. It's already been compiled, so hey, probably going to cut some of this out and skip you guys closer to the end. All right, so now we're on the back of the house. You can see some of the retaining wall stone has been done. I've got footage from all that to put out, and they're coming across the big part of the back roof. All right, let's get into some drone footage. Yeah, get a little bit better shot of what's going on. So a lot of the roof is on. You see the copper in the valleys, got the stone. Looks like Gene's talking to him about what's going on with the roof there and their ice and water shield, getting that how they want it. No, that's one. No, that is Gene. Yeah. Oh, he's taking a break. I see. See that color? That's the otter on the fascia, and then it's a darker color we went through for the gable. Got the copper coming down there. They're just kind of working their way in there. I'm gonna look and see. I think I might have some ooh, that copper. Copper turned out really nice. Really sealed it up. There'll be copper gutters as well. All right. See y'all on the next one.